Goods management technology is featured in several science fiction franchises, including the Asimovian Universe and the Star Trek universe, and yet the technology hasn't entered the collective imagination, not the way other science fiction technologies like computers and artificial intelligence have. The science fiction questions about technology in these stories is more, how human will the robots be? You know, will the robots be fully functional? And the answer in both franchises is yes. Goods management technology is not the focus of these stories. It's definitely background world building, but it is featured, and I think it is interesting. Consider this example from The Caves of Steel, one of Asimov's robot books. So here's a description of goods management technology, and it's so brief you might almost miss it. A little sign blinked on and off several times, then remained steadily lit. It said, "Visitor will please remove all clothing, including shoes, and place it in the receptacle below." So the visitor does this. The receptacle closed, and his clothing was gone. The lighted sign blanked out. The visitor has a shower, and then the clothes have been washed and folded neatly. All automated transportation, all automated goods management. It's a very small scene, but that is goods management. They have it. The robot also has to shower. He was curious about the robot. His lips quirked into a tiny smile. The robot's resemblance to humanity was not restricted to his face and hands, but had been carried out with painstaking accuracy over the entire body. In another scene featuring goods management technology, the robot and human enter a cafeteria. They register and are sent to a specific table. They close a switch and just wait. It took 2 minutes, a disc slid back in the tabletop, and a dish lifted. So then the question becomes, can the robot eat? How human is the robot? And it turns out that the robot can eat, sort of. And this is part of a mystery involving the laws of robotics. But what I'm interested in is this food delivery. That's pretty cool. I would like to have something like that. Maybe not the Asimovian sauce, but, you know, delivering real food is actually kind of a neat concept. In the Star Trek universe, they have the food replicators. And so crew members can just walk up to a station, order a food item, and it materializes. We assume that atoms somehow are rearranged, and almost as if by magic, the food appears. Now, this might seem pure science fiction. We don't have the technology to manipulate atoms in this way. But a previous incarnation of this technology on the original series seems more like something we could achieve today. There's food slots, and when they order food, food comes to them. Now, maybe it is synthesized in some manner, but it's much more like a dumb elevator system. And we know on the Starship Enterprise, there's a series of turbolifts, there's a network of Jeffries tubes, so they have tunnels, and so it is possible that food is transported almost as if by magic by robots or some other mechanism. In the Star Trek universe, the ability to get whatever you want on demand creates a kind of utopia. They're free of poverty, and they're able to gallivant across the universe exploring. In the Asimovian universe, the technology is more about survival. Humanity is on a planet with 8 billion people, which in the 1950s would have been considered a lot. And there's concerns, will the Earth be able to sustain that many humans? And with the technology, they're able to live efficiency, and that's what keeps them alive. Now, the technology on Star Trek might seem so fantastic, so unrealistic, that people don't take it seriously. However, engineers did see communicators and tricorders, and they did make it so. So why can't we have the goods management aspect that could allow us to survive on a planet with 8 billion people for thousands of years, or create a utopia? I wish I could come up with a story with a fully functional robot that would interest the world. Goods management technology could be really cool, and we have the technology to make it happen now, so why don't we make it so?